Catch 'em all.
Hey guys, PokDan here. It's that time again. New Pokemon games will be coming out later this year, and personally, I'm looking forward to the new games. Unlike with Sun and Moon, we haven't had too many trailers for the next Pokemon games, and personally, I really like that. I don't mind not knowing some information about the games, but Sun and Moon gave us way too much. I presume that in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, we'll still be able to catch the same Pokemon, so of course, I planned my team ahead. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to do this, but I do, and it was fun to think about what Pokemon I would use, and I thought I'd share it with you guys in this video. This is my team for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. On this team, I will not be using all the same Pokemon that I used before, only one or two, and I'll also be talking you through the team I had for Pokemon Sun and Moon whilst talking about the new Pokemon that I'll use. But with all that being said, let's get started. So of course we begin with the starter Pokemon, and you know how I said that I'm not using all the same Pokemon as before? Well, ignore that because I'm choosing Rowlet again. It's not that I dislike the other starters, it's really not, because I think the Alola starter trio is one of the strongest starter trios there is in Pokemon. But ever since the new games were announced, I knew I was choosing Rowlet. When I used this grass starter in Pokemon Sun and Moon, it was easily my favourite team member, and I just can't bring myself to choose Popplio or Litten. Rowlet's evolution Decidueye is also my favourite Alolan Pokemon, so of course, I'm not going to be passing up the chance to use it again. Okay, so my next team member will be different. In Ultra Sun and Moon, I'm planning to catch a Pikipek to be on my team. In the last games, I thought that since we had ride Pokemon, we wouldn't need the regional bird on our team. And if truth be told, we didn't. But I kinda missed having a Pokemon like this on my team. Pikipek will be the second Pokemon I catch in my journey through the Alola region, and the second Pokemon I caught in Sun and Moon was actually Crabrawler. Now honestly, I don't ever want to use this Pokemon on an in-game team again. It was great in early islands, but around the third island, it became a weak Pokemon to use. And since it doesn't evolve until the very end of the game, it's just not really ideal. Instead, Pikipek will be my first wild capture, and I look forward to using a Toucannon on my team. Alright, so the next Pokemon is one I've actually had on my team before. Well, sort of, but not exactly. In Sun and Moon, I had a Lycanroc midday on my team, and it was a great Pokemon, and I really like Lycanroc. But this time, I'm going to be using a Lycanroc Dusk form on my team. For anyone who gets Ultra Sun or Moon early, which of course I will be, you'll be able to get an event Rockruff that evolves into Lycanroc Dusk. And I know everyone else will also be using it on their team, but I thought, hey, I will too. It looks like a cool Pokemon, and I've already enjoyed having a different Lycanroc on my team, so there really would be no downside. I know this is sort of the same Pokemon to have on my team as before, but I promise you that from here on out, I'll be having new Pokemon. The fourth Pokemon I'll be using on my team will be a Toxapex. I know that I won't be able to get this glorious Pokemon straight away. I'll have to get the Ride Lapras first, but as soon as I get Lapras, I'm going to SOS a Corsola to capture a Mareanie. Mareanie is a Pokemon I find to be pretty cool, and being a water and poison type, it would for sure add some variety to my team. My previous water type in Sun and Moon was Wishy-Washy, and don't get me wrong, it was a strong member of my team, but I hated that whenever I sent it out, it had to go through the whole long animation to become the stronger form. Instead, this time round, I'll be using Mareanie. I already know that this Pokemon is going to be amazing on my team, and since I also love James's Mareanie from the Sun and Moon anime, I can't wait to use this Pokemon for myself. The fifth Pokemon that will be added to my Ultra Sun and Moon team will be an Alolan form, and it's Alolan Raichu. To be honest, I would have loved to use this Pokemon on my Sun and Moon team, however, I didn't really get around to capturing a Pichu. I just missed it somehow, I really couldn't find one. Like I said with Toxapex, having an Alolan Raichu on my team would for sure bring some variety. This Alolan form is an electric and psychic type, so it certainly has some good coverage. Okay, so the fifth Pokemon I had on my team in Pokemon Sun and Moon was a Salazzle. I remember searching for a female Salazzle to evolve into Salandit for about half an hour, and it was so tedious. And I mean, Salazzle usually fainted after a hit or two anyway, so I don't think I'd like to use that Pokemon again. Hopefully, an Alolan Raichu on my team would bring some great strength, because this is one Pokemon I would love to use. The final Pokemon on my team is something more on the unique side. It's Turtonator. Alright, so I know what you're probably thinking. Why? It's Turtonator. Well, I like this Pokemon, even if others don't, and that's because we all have different favourites, and that's okay. I tried using Turtonator in competitive battling previously, and it actually had some success. It's an underrated Pokemon, and looking at my team so far, I could really use a Dragon and Fire type. The last Pokemon I used on my Pokemon Sun team was an Alolan Ninetales, and to be honest, that was only because I wanted to have a full team. It didn't really contribute much to my team, so it was kind of pointless catching it. Of course, that doesn't mean I dislike this Pokemon though. I love Alolan Ninetales. But anyway, Turtonator will be my final Pokemon on the team. So, that's it. That's the team I plan on using for my playthrough of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. Now, honestly, I can't say that this team won't change, because it may do, but I'm going to try and use these Pokemon. Another thing I wanted to say, guys, is that I recently made my own Discord for subscribers, so if you're interested, there will be an invite to said Discord down in the description. Also, as usual, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And of course, feel free to comment your team, or if you don't have one yet, a rough idea of what Pokemon you'll use down in the comments. But with all that being said, for now, I've been PokDan, you've been amazing, and I'll see you guys next time.